blanket, or, well, no, a bolster would be too thick, or a block maybe today if you happen to have one handy. So if you want to get yourself a blanket if you haven't got it handy, I'm going to read to you when I remembered about the boy, the mole, the fox and the horse. And this one says, "So you know all about me?" asked the boy. "Yes," said the horse. "And you still love me?" "We love you all the more." And that's the most important kind of love, isn't it? So we often think that we're afraid to let people know what we're really like in case they won't like us anymore or won't love us anymore. So again, I love the wisdom from that. So anyway, let's make a start. So we are going to begin by lying back and down on our mats today. I see some of you have already done that. So get yourself comfortable. Shrug your shoulders away. Allow your arms to rotate so the backs of your hands are on the floor. The heel of the right foot to the right edge of the mat, the heel of the left foot to the left edge. And this is our final day of Anahata Chakra. And I'm sure actually you've all noticed that a lot of the postures are similar for the chakras. I mean, that's the wonderful thing about yoga, that it is a totally holistic practice. It's not just working on one particular element. It seems to work on all the bits of us that we really need. And not just the physical, of course, but the emotional and the spiritual well-being. So, as you've heard me saying before, it's associated with the colour green. So again, this lovely weather we've been having, a big opportunity to get out and really appreciate the way the trees are beginning to green up. The buds are beginning to open out, and it is just such a wonderful time of the year to get out and just get your dose of sunshine and really help to balance Anahata Chakra. So Mary has just got in. So you haven't really missed anything, Mary. So just bring your awareness to your breath. No forcing, no tension, just your natural breath. And as you do that, just think about where it's moving. Think about it, particularly today in the area around your heart center. So feel when you breathe that you're breathing right down into the root chakra, and feel the breath moving up through Svadhisthana, Manipura, up to Anahata Chakra. And then as you exhale, feel the reverse happening. So we know that our heart is a very powerful organ in our body. I think I'm right in saying it's the first thing to develop when we're fetuses. And although it's a very strong organ, both our physical and emotional hearts can be really strong, but equally they can be very easily hurt, easily damaged. So it's important that we take care of them, both physically and emotionally. So we want to feel that nice balance, and the chakras are all about balance. So the heart chakra is that bridge between the lower chakras, where we're rooted to the earth, and we have the flowing of the water, we have the fire that gives us our energy, and then we're in the air, which is what Anahata Chakra is associated with. And of course it's that bridge between the lower and the upper chakras, and equally it's that bridge between the body and the mind. And it's this chakra that allows us to love others, to feel love for others, to feel love even for complete strangers. And of course, we can't possibly feel that love for others if we don't love ourselves. So we want to love ourselves, not in an egotistical way, but just to know that we are perfect the way we are. We are perfectly imperfect. And it's that imperfection that makes us so special, and that makes each one of us, us. And when we think back to that little bit I read from the boy, the horse, the mole, the horse, and the fox, he's saying, yes, we know what you're really like, but we still love you. So you know what you're really like, and don't be afraid to let other people know the real you, and know that you'll be loved anyway. So we're not actually going to control the breath. Well, we are a little bit. But what I would like you to do now is, on your next few inhales, take a nice long, slow, deep inhale. And as you exhale, smile. So when you're ready, on your next inhale, take a nice long, slow, deep inhale and feel it working its way up through the chakras that we've visited so far, right up towards the back of your throat. A wee brief pause, and then as you exhale, smile, and send that smile right down through Anahata Chakra, Manipura, Svadhisthana, Muladhara, right the whole way down your body. So do 3 more nice breaths like that. Inhaling, sending the energy, bringing the energy up through all the chakras, and then smiling at each one as you send the breath back down again. And of course, feel free to keep the smile going whenever you're exhaling as well. And I heard a lovely thing this morning, and I thought it was just perfect. I must remember to use it in yoga, so you'll be hearing me saying it lots of times. But it just it was about life and about being, really, I was listening to. And one of the expressions the person used was, drift like a cloud and flow like water. So it fits in beautifully with Anahata Chakra, because we have the air of the cloud, but we've also the flow from Svadhisthana Chakra, the sacral chakra. So we've spent a few minutes centering ourselves, which is really important in our yoga practice, that we center ourselves before we start and get ourselves in the right frame of mind. And we're ready to begin the physical aspect of our practice. So have a stretch, move whatever way you feel you need to. And as always, remember, you only do what feels right for you. So we're going to be doing a few quite challenging things today. So please respect your body, respect how you're feeling today, and don't do anything that you know doesn't suit you, that's going to hurt you, or could possibly hurt you, or will be too much for you. So a little bit of discomfort is fine, because that means you're challenging yourself, but pain is absolutely not. Okay, so now maybe you'd like to bring your feet in and draw your knees in, just a few wee rocks from side to side. And then plant the sole of the left foot, bring the right foot onto the left thigh. Take your arms out if you can at your shoulders and take a big inhale. Lift your bottom up slightly over to the right and then drop both knees down to the left. And as long as you've no neck issues, turn your head and look over your right arm. And you'll feel a good stretch all down the right side of your body. Feel you're opening up to the right side of your chest, breathing into the right side. Relax your shoulders. Check that no tension has crept into your shoulders when you do this. One more inhale here. And gently bring your knees back towards center. Swap sides. Bring your right foot down. Bring your left foot on top of the right thigh. Shift your bottom over slightly to the left this time and drop your knees down towards the left. Sorry, towards the right. Head to the left if you can. And relax both shoulders, particularly your left shoulder. And feel lovely stretch down the left side. So this side could feel completely different. One more breath here. And gently bring yourself back to center. Release the left foot. Bring your arms in. Well, roll onto the right side actually, and then press it to your left hand and bring yourself up and meet me in high kneeling. So I'll work my way back a bit here. So if you've sore knees or anything, use your blanket here at this stage or roll your mat up so that you're a bit more comfortable, but we aren't going to be actually on our knees for all that long. So feel that you're lifting right the whole way up the front of the body, shoulders rolling back and down. Take a big inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, and exhale, fold forward and down into extended child's pose. Inhale into tabletop, press your hands into the floor. Exhale into your cat, tuck your tail under, chin towards your chest. Inhale into your cow pose. Exhale into extended child. Bring your bottom heels down to your bottom. Inhale back up into high kneeling, maybe a tiny wee bit of a back bend this time. And exhale, fold forward and down again into child's pose. So just a nice wee gentle warm up. Inhale into tabletop, pressing the floor away. Exhale into cat, tuck your tail under, chin to your chest. Inhale into your cow, hollow out your spine, bottom up towards the ceiling. Exhale, extended child. And inhale, bring yourself back up into your high kneeling pose. And then from here, we're going to bring our hands down onto the floor, tuck your toes under, and just walk your hands towards your feet and bring yourself up to stand. So get your Tadasana feet. In fact, have your feet about hip width apart, I would say. Lift all the toes, feel See if you can put them down one at a time and press strongly into all four corners of your feet. Roll your shoulders back and down and take your arms out to the side a little bit. So the palms of your hands are sort of facing forward and slightly up. And then inhale, bring your arms up overhead, look up between your hands, and then draw your hands down and bring them down into cactus arms. So your elbows as near level with your shoulders as you can manage it. Really, it's almost as if your shoulder blades are touching each other at the back and you're almost coming into your cat stance in your spine. Big inhale here and exhale, bring your arms back up again. Take another big inhale here and exhale, bring your hands and arms back down into cactus. Really feel you're rolling your shoulders back. It's surprisingly strong, this actually, whenever you do it like this. One more breath here. And this time we're going to drop our hands down, clasp your hands. Try and keep the heels of your hands together if you can. Draw your shoulders back and take your knuckles right down towards your heels. Nice breath here. And then bend your legs deeply, roll forward and down, and allow your arms, if you can, to come up. Keep the heels together of your hands, that is, if you can. Feel your shoulders rolling back and down, crown of your head to the floor. And then gently, I say gently, don't let them fling apart, it'll upset your balance. Release your hands and make contact with the floor or your feet, wherever feels right for you. And just let your upper body go. Have a wee rock from side to side. And then come to center. Inhale into your flat back, so hands to shins or thighs or the floor. You know where you are, no crunching of your neck. And exhale, lower down. Inhale into your flat back, so navel back towards your spine, shoulders rolling back and down. Exhale, knees bent, fold a little deeper. And then press strongly into all four corners of your feet. Bring your hands onto your thighs and gently bring yourself up. So keep your knees bent, maybe walk your feet slightly further apart, so maybe a tiny wee bit more than hip width apart. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Take a big inhale and exhale here. Sit a little bit lower maybe. So it's a kind of it's not chair pose, but we're going to just do a few standing cat-cows. So inhale, bring your chest through, shoulders back, stick your bottom out behind as far as you can. And exhale, tuck your tail under, navel back towards your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, bring your heart through, lovely. Exhale, chin to chest. One more, inhale. Bring your heart through, exhale, chin to chest, and then this time we're just going to lower ourselves down, make contact with the mat, and step back with the right foot, right knee to the floor. So make sure there's a nice straight line between your left knee and your left ankle. Press into your right hand and inhale, sweep the left hand up. Draw, feel as if you're opening right across your shoulders and your chest. And exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. And then from here, press strongly into the top of into the ball of the front foot, into the top of the back foot, and begin to take your arms back So your sort of arms are like, I don't know what these would be like. So draw your shoulders back, so reaching into your fingertips and begin to lift yourself up. So pressing into your feet, lift with your heart center. Feel that your heart center's coming up first. Really lift up, pressing into both feet, squeezing the inner thighs together. One more breath here, and inhale, bring your arms up into your low lunge. So reaching up into your fingertips and exhaling, maybe lunge a little bit deeper. So make sure that you keep that nice right angle between the thigh and the knee. One more big inhale here, and exhale, fold forward and down. Press into the toes of the back foot and bring yourself back into your forward fold. So that was side. Step back with the left knee, toes away. So press into the left hand, inhale up, feel you're opening up all across the heart center again, towards the right, drawing your left ribs forward. Exhale down. Inhale up, keep pressing into the front foot so that right knee doesn't go walkabout anywhere. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then pressing into both feet, sweep your arms back, draw your shoulders back and down. Press strongly into both feet, squeeze both thighs together and bring yourself up. Keeping your hands and shoulders going back. Pressing into both feet strongly, lovely. Really strong. So you're almost hollowing out your spine as well at the same time because your heart center's coming forward. It has to happen. One more big inhale here. And exhale, and then swing your arms up into your low lunge. Look up between your hands if you can. Keep pressing strongly into both feet. One more breath here. And exhale, fold forward and down. Frame the front foot with your hands. And this time we're going to tuck the toes of the back foot under and bring yourself into downward facing dog. And just walk your dog for this first few breaths. And then see if you can bring your heart towards your thighs and lift your sit bones up as high as you can. Shoulders are rolling away from your ears. Try and get your chest down onto your thighs. And then begin to straighten one leg at a time and come into your static dog. But try and keep that sensation of your chest going towards your thighs. And let your head go. Rotate your big arm bones so that your shoulders are away from your ears. The inner eye of the elbows are almost beginning to turn towards the front. Pressing strongly into the pads of all the fingers, particularly the base of the index finger and thumb. One more breath here. And then take the weight onto your left foot. Reach your right foot up. Bend your right knee and bring your left heel in towards your bottom. So check that your left leg hasn't pivoted over to the left. Make it easier. Check that your left kneecap's lifted. Your left ankle and knee are in line. Lift your right knee up towards the ceiling. Bring your right heel over. One more breath here. Look forward and roll forward. Step your right foot through. Get your balance. Make sure you're nicely balanced before you do anything else, and plant the heel of your left foot in the floor. So take your left foot out a good bit if you need to. It'll help your balance. And then when you're ready, swing your arms up and lunge deeply into the front knee. Virabhadrasana 1. So reaching up and sitting down. And check that that front knee is heading towards the middle of your foot. It shouldn't be rolling in at all. Big inhale here. And then bring your arms out into cactus again. So press strongly into that front foot. Press strongly into the heel and the baby toe side of the back foot. Reaching up. Really feel you're pressing into both feet. And then from here, maybe you'll take your lower arms back and down, or well, not, bring your palms up so that you're like those waiters in the restaurants that walk along with a big heavy tray on the palm of their hand. And again, feel you're lifting your heart up to the sky because you feel good, you feel loved. And breathe. One more big inhale here. And then reach your right hand up again. Drop your left hand down onto your left thigh. And maybe come into a little bit of a back bend. You don't have to do this bit. So reaching into the right fingertips. Pressing the left hand into the left thigh. Reaching up and sitting down. Inhale up. And exhale, maybe a little bit further back. One more breath here. And then bring your right hand down. Bring both hands behind you. So take hold of your elbows or come into reverse namaste. It doesn't really matter. But what I want you to do is to make sure that your shoulders are rolling back. So you can have your shoulders, or take hold of your elbows and have your shoulders like this, but really roll them back. And then begin to straighten the front leg. We say straighten it, keep a wee bend in it. We don't want it locked out. Maybe hop a wee bit forward on that back foot just to make the stance a wee bit shorter. Check that you're facing over the middle, the inside of your right leg, maybe is a better way to describe it. Take a big inhale here. And exhale, begin to fold forward into your flat back. So draw your right hip back and your left hip forward, if that makes sense. Press strongly into the heel of the left foot. So just stay at your flat back for the minute. See how that feels. Keep your shoulders rolling back. Maybe you'll stay here. Or maybe after your next inhale, you'll maybe begin to bring your heart down towards your knee. It won't be a big movement. And then inhale, back up to your flat back. Exhale, maybe fold down. Wobbling in your legs is fine. Inhale into your flat back, draw your heart center forward. Last one. Exhale. Lower yourself down. And then gently release your hands. Bend the front knee deeply. Make contact with the floor. And step back into downward facing dog. Lovely, well done. And walk your dog. So again, bring your heart or your chest towards your thighs. And really feel you're lifting your sit bones up. And then begin to straighten your legs again. So this is your wee breather in between sides here. So if you want to, take a breath or come down onto your knees for a couple of breaths. Otherwise, let your head go on down dog, lift your sit bones up, press the floor away. Don't let the weight come forward. Navel back to the spine. Just take a wee look at your toes, because I've just looked at mine and I've marks in this mat and my toes were not even. One foot was slightly in front of the other. It's so easy to do that. Lift your kneecaps. And if you've taken your breather in child's pose, please make your way back into downward facing dog. And then maybe step your right foot in a tiny wee bit, lift your left leg up. So reach it up and then bend your left knee, right heel in towards your right sit bone. And again, check your right kneecap is lifted and it's staying in a nice line with your right hip. So lift your right knee up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Press the floor away. Three-legged dog is strong. One more breath here. Really lift up, really go for it. And then look forward and begin to step through a little more elegantly than I just did. Plant the heel of your right foot. Get your balance. So make sure your right foot is out far enough so you'll be in balance, and bring yourself up into Virabhadrasana 1. So you might even need to heel toe that front foot forward a little bit so that your knee isn't going past your ankle. So reaching up and sitting down. Inhaling up into your fingertips, exhaling, sitting a little bit lower. One more breath here. Press into the heel of the back foot and then bring your arms down into cactus arms. Now I'm sure you think we're doing an awful lot of arms here, but if you think about it, your arms are so connected to your heart chakra and to your upper chest. And when you open your arms out, there's a breathing practice that you do simply just by moving your arms in and out. So feel your breathing into every single part of your lungs as you do this. Inhaling right up the front body and exhaling, softening a little bit. And then if you want to, maybe practice being a waiter in a fancy restaurant, carrying your tray up above your shoulder, and breathe. Keep pressing into that back foot, pressing into your front foot, lifting up and sitting down. One more big inhale here. And then straighten your right arm up overhead, your left arm up overhead, beg your pardon. And bring your right hand down onto your right thigh and come into a little bit of a back bend. Reaching into the left fingertips to get length, exhaling, going into your little bit of a back bend. Lovely. Breathe. Smile. One more breath here. Drop your left hand down. Take hold of your elbows. If you're holding your elbows, try and have a different one on top or a different arm on top, if that makes sense. Or reverse namaste, roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Big inhale. Straighten the front leg first. And step the back foot in a little bit. So keep a wee bend in this front knee. In fact, keep it completely bent if you prefer. But if you can straighten it a little bit, it'll help. Big inhale and begin to fold forward. So this time you're trying to bring your right hip forward and your left hip back. Navel back towards your spine, come into your flat back. Press strongly into the baby toe side and the heel of the back foot. Lift your kneecap, but don't let your front knee lock. Take an inhale here. And exhale, maybe. Bring your heart down towards your knee. So keep your shoulders rolling back. Don't let them come forward to make it feel better. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Well done. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale. Fold a little deeper. And this time release your hands, bend your front knee, frame the front foot with your hands, pivot in the toes of the back foot, press into the toes and step yourself back into downward facing dog. And this time we'll all take our knees down to the floor, big toes to touch, so knees out the full width of your mat, and bring yourself down into extended child's pose. So bring your forehead down onto the floor or onto your forearms and just allow your third eye a wee rock from side to side. Excuse me. And while we're here, while you're having your breather, we're going to do wild thing. So some of you won't have done wild thing before. So if you haven't done it before, please go very carefully. And in fact, regardless, it is a posture. You want to treat it with respect. And we are well prepped for it because we did lots of side planks and side plank variations on Wednesday. So I'll give you an option so that you don't have to do the full pose. And if you struggle with side plank, I would say don't try the full pose. But for some of you, I think it's a good idea to give you a challenge, and it is such a wonderful pose. Perfect for Feel Good Friday. Okay, so let's go anyway. I'll tell you when to change if you don't want to do the whole pose. So walk your hands forward again or back, wherever you are. Tuck your toes under and bring yourself back up into downward facing dog. And we're going to lift our right leg up again. Bring your right heel in towards your bottom, right knee up towards the ceiling. Now, if you're not going to do the full pose, what you'll do here is plant your right foot down about a third of the way forward, pivot onto the baby toe side of your left foot, and just do your side plank like that. Okay. However, if you're going to do the full pose, you'll look under your right arm briefly. You'll begin to pivot on your left foot, roll and turn until your right toes hit the floor. Press into your left leg, straighten it up, reach into your right hand. And we're in wild thing, and it's wonderful. One more breath here. And then roll forward again and bring yourself into down dog. Lovely, well done for even doing the side plank bit. So, other side. So take the weight onto your right foot, lift your left leg up. I better clear myself a space here. Left leg up, left heel in towards your bottom. Check that your right kneecap's lifted, right knee's nice and straight at the minute. Lift your right leg up. If you're doing the plank, press your left foot down onto the floor about a third of the way forward and pivot onto the baby toe side of your right foot. Otherwise, you're still going to pivot on the baby toe side of your right foot. Keep going back until your toes reach the floor. Lift up, straighten the right leg, press into the ball of the left foot, and you're in wild thing. And breathe and smile. Strong right arm, lovely. One more breath here, and then bring yourself back. Just pivot forward again into downward facing dog. Walk your dog very, very briefly, and then bring your knees down to the floor, big toes to touch, and we'll take a wee quick breather. I have one more posture I would like to do. And again, roll your forehead gently from side to side. Breathing into the back body, exhaling into the front body. And then gently bring yourself up. Tuck your toes under. Walk your hands back towards your toes, towards your feet. And bring yourself up to stand. So, we're going to do Anahata. And so we're going to take the weight onto our left foot and leg and gradually reduce the contact with your right foot and bring it up to wherever it goes. So use your hands at this stage if you need to bring it up. And this will be a wee test of what your balance is like today. So see how that feels. Maybe you'll stay here. Maybe you'll take your right foot back like this. So we want both knees in line at this stage, okay? And then maybe you'll either take your belt, and if you have a loop in your belt, it's handy, reach down and see if you can take the big toe side off your right foot. So don't worry too much. If you're here, just you stay here. If you find once you start to lift your thigh, your balance goes or something, just stay here and bring your hand up, take your mudra, index finger and thumb together. Or alternately, just lean forward at your wall and use your wall. And sometimes just knowing the wall's there is enough. You maybe won't need to touch it at all. Okay, so wherever you are doing really, really well. So feel that you're taking the weight onto the left big toe. Press into the left side of your left foot. And then begin to press the foot into the hand into the foot as you lift the thigh up towards the ceiling. One more breath. And nice and slowly and gently bring yourself down and release your right foot. Lovely. So, other side. Take your weight onto the right foot. Reduce contact with the left. Bring it up, use your hands if you need to. And then bring your left foot back. So both knees in line to start off with. Maybe just stay here. Maybe you can reach down and take hold of the big toe side of that left foot. You're pressing into the big toe side of the right foot. And then take your mudra, bring your arm up to help with your balance. Look at something that's not moving. And then begin to lift your left thigh up. And press your hand into your foot and your foot into your hand. Lifting up. So this is a back bend. So you don't want to be going too far forward. One more breath here. And then gently bring yourself out of it. Bring the two knees together. Plant your left foot in the floor. And then from here, we're just going to swing our arms up and out. Take hold of all that energy that is out there, all that love, and draw it down into your heart center. Bend your knees deeply. Fold forward and down. And just rock gently from side to side. And then plant your hands. Bring your left knee down, bring your right knee down. Swing your legs to one side. And then keep your knees bent for the minute. Lower yourself down onto your mat. And then bring your right knee in, cross it over the left. So you can just stay here if that's okay for you or if that's enough for you. Or you can tuck the toes in behind the left ankle. And I would suggest you keep both your left foot planted on the floor. At the minute we're winding down, so it's different from the beginning. We might want to be waking yourselves up. Take a big inhale. And exhale, drop both knees down to the left. So you can have your hands just at the sides of your body or you can have them out in crucifix. And if you're feeling it down the right hip, take your right hand and just gently but firmly stroke down across the right hip. Encouraging that right knee down towards the floor. But just go to where it feels right for you. One more breath here. And then gently bring yourself back to center. Undo the cross of your legs and we'll do the other side. So left leg over the right, left knee over the right. And either drop your knees down like this or you can tuck your toes under and gently lower the knees down towards the right. And again, take your left hand if you want and stroke down that left side of the hip. So this side could be completely different, probably is completely different. And breathe. One more breath here. And gently bring yourself back to center. Undo the cross of your legs and you're ready for your relaxation. And if you would like to, this is where you're going to need your blanket. So if you can get your blanket and roll it up into a little tube. So you want it long enough to support all your back body. And I suppose this is where you need two blankets, because if you're using this to go in underneath, you're not going to have a blanket to cover yourself. So you don't have to do this, but this is just a wee suggestion for your relaxation. And just lie down in your blanket. So make sure your head's supported, or if your blanket's not long enough, you could always use a brick under your head. Or equally, you can use a brick under your shoulder blades if you want, but it wouldn't be as comfortable. So you need to have your knees bent, rolling in towards each other, or if you want, straighten them out along the floor. And I'll just stay here and somebody else do the meditation. Oh. Only joking. Just get yourself nice and comfortable anyway. And make sure you are warm enough. So if you're going to be cold, please just come into Shavasana the usual way. And you do cool down surprisingly quickly after being warm. So again, just bring your awareness to your breath and just think of that little expression. Drift like a cloud and flow like water. So just where you're lying now at the minute, allow yourself to feel as if you're drifting like a cloud and flowing like water. Unhindered, unhampered. Everything is just absolutely perfect at this moment in time. Take a nice long, slow, deep inhale. And really feel like you're drifting away. And as you exhale, allow it to flow down and out through your body. So 2 more nice long slow inhales and exhales. In and out. And now bring your awareness to your heart center. And imagine at your heart center that pink glowing light that is your heart. Maybe you'll be able to feel it, your actual physical heart beating. With each beat, it's sending more vital prana around your body. With each breath, we are working with the heart to get that vital life force around our body. So just feel with each inhale that pink glow around that whole area of your heart center gets stronger. And with each exhale, it begins to drift out to all parts of our body, spreading not just vital life force, but along with it, love, peace, healing, happiness. Just continue inhaling. Feel that you're feeding that pink light and sending that message, that life force along with that message around your body. Right down into your toes, the tops of your feet, the ankles, all of the legs, the buttocks, the hip bones, all of the internal organs, all of the back body, the front ribs, right up to the collarbones, the shoulders, the arms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers. Feel that warmth and that healing light moving up the sides of the neck, the jaw, all of the face, all of the head and skull. Feel the love, feel the healing, feel the peace. Now we're just going to do the little metta meditation, which is the one for love, for ourselves and for all beings. So just check that the palms of your hands are open, ready to give, ready to receive. And if you want to, you can silently repeat each line after me. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be loved. May I be at peace. May I be safe. And now, picture someone who's very close to you, someone you love dearly, or maybe someone who you know needs extra love at the minute and extra help. So visualize them. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they feel loved. May they be at peace. May they be safe. And now maybe think of someone who has hurt you or has annoyed you in some way recently. And we'll repeat that, thinking of that person who has hurt you in some way. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they feel loved. May they be at peace. May they feel safe. And now we're going to repeat this for the whole of the universe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all feel loved. May we all be at peace. May we all be safe. And just continue to send out those feelings and feel too that you're getting those same messages back. Know that they are within you. So your relaxation is coming to an end. Begin to breathe more deeply. Wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. Gently wake your body up again. Have a stretch, whatever way you need. And then bring your hands together at your heart center and rub them briskly together. And when you've created a nice bit of heat, place your left hand on your heart center and your right hand on top. And seal in that feeling of love for yourself and for all those around. Compassion for yourself and everyone about you. Gently release your hands. Bring your right knee into your chest and your left knee into your chest. And begin to rock gently from side to side. And when you're ready, take the rock right over onto the right side of your body and just pause there and give yourself a lovely, authentic hug. And then when you're ready, press into your top hand and bring yourself up and meet me in any comfortable seated position. And we'll bring our hands together at our heart center in Anjali Mudra. So pressing all of the fingers firmly together. Take a big inhale. Lift your heart center up one more time. And as you exhale, bow your head down towards your hands. So thank you so much for joining me for this Feel Good Flow, ladies. Have a lovely weekend, whatever you have planned. And I hope to see you again on Monday. So thank you so much. I honour the light, love, truth and beauty within you, as it is also in me. We are connected. We are one. From my heart to your heart. Namaste.